So good evening, hello and welcome back to Netflix Football. It's Tuesday, so you know what that means, right? It's Indian Football Transfer Tuesdays and we've got some exciting news ahead to bring all of you. But before that, do consider hitting a like and a subscribe on the channel. Also share this with your friends and family so that we can all enjoy the Indian as well as the European transfer windows that have been popping through. The transfer season is on all over Europe and Asia. And this is the time where all the fishes are being caught in the nets. Not waiting enough, but then again, would appreciate all your support. And talking about Indian football, we'll go about the transfers in a bit. But first, let's talk about one of the stellar names of Indian football who are in absolute shambles at the moment. East Bengal, like literally East Bengal. Let me get the news towards all of you because of this. So for people that don't know what's going on with East Bengal, is that 2 seasons ago when they were sponsored by Quest, they broke off and partnered with Shree Cement. Now Shree Cement does not, there are allegations of corruption within the board of directors. That's why Shree Cement does not want a certain board of director to be in that part of that squad, and they have told we will not renew this team, we will not invest in this team, we will not pay the fees that are required for participation unless that board member goes away. Now what East Bengal have done, not Shree Cement, but East Bengal have stayed firm. They have given all forms of contracts, they've given all forms of notices that this is the legitimate course, but nothing has been happening. Shree Cement wants 70 crores as a buyout of their contract, which East Bengal have not agreed with. Sony Nodi, our Stain Gun celebrates his birthday. We'll get into that. East Bengal shambles, what do the sentences shunte ho? I'll not go to the banters, but I'll speak facts. Like what happened is the 70 crore is the mark that they have wanted. 70 crores is what East Bengal cannot pay and build a new team for ISL, whereas ATK Mohun Bagan are building probably the best team, not only in Indian football, but a chance to compete in the top levels of AFC. That is the dream and that is the aim of where the ATK officials, ATK Mohun Bagan officials, don't slander me for saying ATK, ho jata hai kabhi kabhi, even I'm a Mohun Bagan fan, to be in the topmost prima donnas of Indian football. Other than that, you see, you have to see this, you have to understand this, that there were numerous protests, like violent protests or vehement protests by these Bengal supporters in and around the club tent. Go back to the official that the placards were shown. They were hassled and harried by the police, which is absolutely unforgivable, absolutely unacceptable. But consider the fact that there is some commotion going in East Bengal. Like, I don't want to throw digs, but East Bengal fans who showed that 1 rupee coin on Mohun Bagan Day last year are now facing in deep waters. I'd be wrong if I'd say karma, because East Bengal as a club do not deserve this. But East Bengal fans as a whole are saddened, and probably they will not roll Mohun Bagan for quite a while now. Just a day left for Mohun Bagan, yes, absolutely. We'll talk about Mohun Bagan Divas later, but what happens to East Bengal? Like, ISL is surely not happening. ISL is absolutely surely not happening. Goodness, 8 of you watching, do hit the like button, folks. Get me to 10 likes. ISL is not happening. I-League is still not yet registered, and without complying in 31st of July, that's the end date, 31st of July, if East Bengal cannot register their players, they'll be promoted down. They'll be relegated to I-League Division 2. And as much people can take laughs and jokes about it, मैं दुखी हूं, because without East Bengal, there's no Mohun Bagan. Without a rivalry, how can we expect the essence of football, especially between two locals? How can we expect that? Not happening. Absolutely not happening. यार तुम तो बोल नहीं सकते कि यार ईस्ट बंगाल है तो मोहन बागान है, ईस्ट बंगाल नहीं है तो मोहन बागान कैसे रहेगा? What is the entity? Whom are we gonna troll? Whom are we gonna defeat one after the other? Since long time since East Bengal defeated Mohun Bagan, no? Remember what they did when we protested in the last season in our war with management? Absolutely. when there was a management decision that remove 80k, still it's there, remove 80k. East Bengal fans absolutely laughed off about it, and now they're facing in the same crisis. Had they did a proper merger or investment holding shareholders, that kind of technical terms, they would have not been in deep waters. See, if you want to evolve, right, there is a level of dignity that you need to somehow compromise. Comments, East Bengal club goto ek bochor age bolechilo na Mohunbagan doesn't exist anymore. East Bengal have always been saying like they had problems with us being the national club and all that, and now they're in the verge of liquidating. It's that bad. Like, I'll give you some transfer reports that I have. I'll have the segment after that. But you see, Bright, the best player, Bright having gone off, only it's stuck. It's their coach, Robbie Fowler. It's the only coach that he signed a 3-year contract and he's stuck. Otherwise than that, you see all the players having left East Bengal. Devjit already have gone. I spoke about all the Indian transfers last week and how East Bengal are in big trouble. Not Mohunbagan, absolutely. I'm a Mohunbagan fan. Don't need to remind me of that. I remember what they did. I read that comments. Of course, I read that comments. But trouble is, like, you have this notion. You always have this notion that being a Bengali, right? If you don't roll your rivals, there is no rivalry. No, SC East Bengal is different. It's just East Bengal. SC is the sponsor. Similar like Kingfisher East Bengal, McDowell Mohunbagan back in the days. But it's right now it's East Bengal. But thing is, fact of the matter is East Bengal are in the verge of shame, like literal shame. I don't understand the philosophy where one club official values the dignity of a club more than himself. Like, he has been telling all the supporters that he's an ardent fan of East Bengal, a die-hard fan of East Bengal, but where does that come? Absolutely nowhere. If you cannot sacrifice your personal gains, the personal cut money, trust me, it's there in both clubs. Trust me, it's absolutely there in both clubs. If you cannot personal, itna saal to kamaye ho, ato to profit korecho. Where bloody is your respect? Where bloody is your dignity? You cannot have the apple. You cannot have the cake and eat it as well. You might just be Newton and an apple falls on your head and you find yourself buried 6 feet under the ground. But that is absolutely shameful, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel like Mohunbagan, just only Mohunbagan, the only representatives that they had from Bengal, East Bengal, without East Bengal, no Mohammedan as well. They have gone down in depths, and what they did with AYAN Law, whom I have come into contact personally through various tie-ups, but it's definitely not something very shameful of. Mohammedan are doing good for an I-League club. The way they remove Wasim Akram is pathetic. Like the way I don't even want to go over there. Mohammedan is not doing good, like result-wise on the club, how they are run, they're totally different things. They're absolutely totally different things if you want my opinion on this. I have not got enough like preparation to talk about Mohammedan because I have not done enough research and I don't talk, like I love half spaces but I don't like to talk half facts. So I'll give Mohammedan a thorough look out and talk about them in the next term. But coming back on East Bengal terms, like Bright is gone, Devjit is gone, and you'll see all the players moving away. But what does this signal? 1 year without being in the premier competition. How do you play the remaining players' salaries? Number one, if they are remaining, where do you continue from next year? That is the main thing. Because you cannot just go down to the I-League level 2 and just hop back into the ISL. You cannot buy your way into that. And even that is a humongous amount, which they do not have any sponsors. They are aiming for ISL in 3 years. So actually MSC is not doing good. Members are not happy with Bunker Hill. Mohammedan now brought an UEFA Pro coach from Russia. All those are acceptable. But what is not acceptable, guys, is continuous, even after so many protests. Like, I feel as a fan of football from Bengal that there is so much sadness amongst East Bengal fans, that which I absolutely don't feel happy about as a footballing neutral. But those fans that are mocked, they deserve this. Definitely they deserve what is coming to them. Banters aside, what is the future? That's the title. What is the future of East Bengal? There are 3 postulates. I'll bring you them. Number 1, they liquidate the club, and which is all fairness in the moment. They're in deep waters financially. Like so many years, 100 plus years of existence, they had such a very good celebratory function a couple of years back, and this is the scenario. Like 100-year club run like shambles. They're not even on the verge of liquidity, and they force themselves just because of a few officials. Just because of a few officials. Second postulate is they go down to the ISL, go down to the I-League Division 2. They have a 3-year plan. They'll not get any sponsors. They'll not get any players. But how do you expect? You don't expect Robbie Fowler to stay. And 3 years without top football, how much income would you expect to garner? How many fans would actually go and watch like third tier teams with a premier club like East Bengal? I've heard Sri Cement East Bengal Foundation has requested to AFC to renew their football license. I've heard those rumors, right? But these are just half-hearted rumors, maybe played on by East Bengal public to actually garner new sponsors. Like today is 27th. They have 4 days to register a complete new team. Isn't that a bit far-fetched? Like the third postulate is build your team, which is what I'm talking about. I partly blame the poor ecosystem created by the government for this situation. Sad state. Like, where does the government come in? I know the government had vouched for East Bengal in certain cases, and then the government's police came and beat up East Bengal protests. But where is the connection? Like, you can blame the government for everything, but this is not something the government can be blamed for, in my opinion. I'm not a pro-democratic person of what is going on if you define democratic in that way. But essentially, you cannot blame the government for this, can you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'll not read political comments because these are things that even I don't want my channel to shut down, number 1. And I want all your support. 12 of you watching, please hit the like button and please hit the subscribe button. Keep supporting me is all I can request. Government interference is the worst case scenario for any professional club in India. Like, the government actually vouched for East Bengal, then the same police beat up. Like, it's so bad. It's like literally so bad. I'll keep a pen in the book of the East Bengal chapter, because in 4 days the reality which is looking gloom for East Bengal supporters at the moment. I feel sad as a footballing neutral and a footballing someone who wants to pursue his career in football. This is so sad. Like, whom are we gonna troll? Whom are we gonna defeat in the derby? Where is the derby? The most anticipated, the most watched match, probably Boca Juniors. That derby, La Bombonera derby. After that, East Bengal Mohun Bagan comes in. We ran second or third in the bloody world. And where is the derby? There is no derby. Mumbai City FC signed a new Uruguayan. I'll not talk about foreigner signings because that was already discussed in the last episode. Now moving over to Mohun Bagan Day, a few snippets that I have from Mohun Bagan sources that already Habas is in the city. You all know through the reports. Mohun Bagan Day is going to be in full efficiency. They've planned very well. 1 day to go, and it is a matter of pride for us Mohun Bagan supporters and as Bengali people, that what we wish for Mohun Bagan, that what we have pride in the sense of Mohun Bagan is absolutely, like, it's in our blood. It's like Shobuj Merun Rokto, like what we say that. Yes, virtual celebrations, like celebration virtual or in public or in attendance, it's the same thing. It's going full on. There have been a lot of things that have been planned. I'm not in liberty to share those because I have some insider news, but I'm not in liberty to share any of those. Keen jersey soon, Amay, thanks so much. Guys, do give Amay's channel a quick viewing. I've done a lot of collabs, so you can do support my friend over there as well. We'll be collabing very, very soon. I'm very much stuck I am so sorry, I'm so stuck with my work and then some other stuff, then YouTube, then I'm not getting enough time. But whenever the next collab happens on another channel, yours is the first one. That's my pledge towards you. Alright, Amma is the friend of Keane Lewis for all the Mohun Bagan supporters. Yes, I'm holding up my end of the bargain. I've reduced my weight. Come on, Amma. Alright, talking about Mohun Bagan Day, Mohun Bagan Dibosh, as we all know about it. Yeah, Shah has a bit of a news. In Bagadier Mariners will team do some charitable work on the 29th. Absolutely, that's going to be happening. A lot of foundation causes, a lot of giving back to the community is what we please. But remove ATK supporters will still be there. So there is the commotion also planned. So don't be afraid, don't be surprised to see that happening. I think there can be an amicable solution in this remove ATK or stay ATK, whatever protest you want to do. There is some middle ground in this. Okay, that's more about Mohun Bagan Day. Keep a view on my timeline. I'll be announcing a few things as well. Also, if you're new to the channel, do hit the like and the subscribe button. Absolutely sensational. You guys have been tuning into the show, making my day. Come on. Okay, now time for some transfer rumors. Like we have had. Okay, I'll bring some foreigners as well. Like Guanan has signed to Hyderabad from Bangalore. Victor Mongil to Odisha. Odisha FC is bringing a very strong team. I have ties with them as well. So Odisha FC, I have a few rumors in my ear, but maybe confirmed ones as well. But you'll probably see Marcus Melgulrao sir donating the Here We Go Indian version first before I'm in any liberty to disclose those. Adrian Luna from Melbourne City FC to Kerala Blasters, which is a very good signing. Adrian from Hyderabad to Union. So Adrian departing. Costa from Kerala Blasters have gone. Contract extension for Joao Victor till 2023 for Hyderabad, who is a part of Borussia Dortmund. Let's not forget. Prince Ibarra to Bengaluru. Carl McHugh, like many people said that Carl McHugh has gone when I put up the Mohun Bagan thread. But Carl McHugh is here to stay. Hope they become like Rangers. This rotten club will close down and maybe some fans will start a different legal entity in some year. Any news regarding Apuya? The negotiations are still there regarding Apuya. Northeast are playing hardball over that. The transfer fee, I don't know if anything is agreed. It's just died down a bit. Other than that, Odisha FC is a top, the grassroots level development that they're doing, top class. David Villa is their brand ambassador. I tried to get in contact. I almost promised that I'll get in touch with David Villa, but it's proven very difficult. Even with my sources, but I'll try my level best for that. Other than that, James Dunashe from Goa to Sydney FC, so he's gone. Bright going from East Bengal to Coventry City, so bright player moving away from East Bengal. Edu Garcia going from Mohun Bagan to Hyderabad. Hugo Bomo from Mumbai to Mohun Bagan, potentially one of the signings of this season. Potentially one of the biggest signings of this season. Johnny Koko signed for Mohun Bagan, and although he represented Finland in the Euros, I've made a detailed thread about that. You can go on to my Twitter feed and just have a look at that. But Hugo Bomos is 25 years old, attacking midfielder, scores goals, assists, defends, set pieces, everything is a complete package. Ogbeche from Mumbai to Hyderabad. Juanand, I already said, from Bangalore to Hyderabad. So Hyderabad making a formidable team as well. They already were in strength and now they're going on from strength to strength. Now talking about the rumors is that Igor Angulo from Goa to Mumbai is rumored. Jonathan Pereira to Odisha. Javi Hernandez to Odisha. Igor Angulo to Odisha or Chennai. Also the rumors popping up. Matthias Coror to Northeast. Diego Mauricio to Bengaluru. These are all the rumors that have been popping up that I've got in notion. And if you guys have anything else, Pranay loan to JFC rumors true. Pranay Halder is probably not in the plans of ATK Mohun Bagan, but for probably they want to get a loan fee, like Indian ATK is doing dealings like proper European class, which should be the case, like Bengaluru, following the Bengaluru FC model, which is a big W. And I think the proper fee or proper loan fee or agreement, I think Pranay Halder will go to Jamshedpur FC. I have talked with Pranay Halder, but I have not communicated recently. I'll ask him. Regarding Apuya, still talks, as I said, Shobik absolutely reiterating that the talks with Apuya are still on, just mellowed down a bit. Krishna confirmed in Mohun Bagan. I think so. Roy Krishna is staying. I 100% think so. 4 foreigners should be Hugo Bomo, Roy Krishna, and 6 foreigners, right? 4 can play. Thierry is already there. So Johnny Kauko as well. So I think Mohun Bagan won't let go of Roy Krishna. David Williams is already gone. I think so. Then Sheikh Sahil should be promoted as Indian CDM. True, but I do have reservations about Sheikh Sahil, that he is young. He's still, Glenn Martins is one of my top picks for Indian CDM. He's so smooth on the ball. Glenn Martins, lovely player to watch, especially when he plays well with Brandon Fernandes. That combination with the back three, especially with Apuya playing that right-sided centre half, especially as Sergio Ramos vibes, India plays a lot well. But India needs a striker. I won't go on a rant this time around. I absolutely won't go on a rant because of the fact that many people got to see the Joshi side of me. And I've already stated many a times the striking problems, but India do need some strikers. Like most probably all the foreigners will be taken to AFC, so that if there is any injury in the middle of the tournament, they can assign a new one. Alright. So that is news to me that I did not know. Thanks Shobik for popping it up. So do elucidate of that. Taken to AFC, I don't understand that. What does that mean? Joby Justin released, I think so. It's confirmed, I guess so. Other than that, I have very little rumors. What do you have? Do we have any other Indian striker than Manveer? Ishan Pandita is there. Not in Mohun Bagan, of course. I wished Komal Thatal would have been a very good forward. He was signed on by ADK and he's been released. And he has had his injury share of concerns, but I think he's a top talent. We saw in the under-17 performance that how talented he can be. We saw in the Indian Arrows how he can dribble past almost anybody. He's dubbed the Indian Neymar for a bit, but means all will be taken to Maldives at this moment for the AFC group stage, right? No, I'm talking. No. There's no other Indian striker. Probably we'll see one. Manveer and Roy Krishna, if the rumors. Roy Krishna is 70% done. Sony not his birthday as well, so you'll see him making an appearance somewhere in Mohun Bagan Day, probably. So he is absolutely loves the club to bits. I'm sad that he had his injury and had to go away like that. He was, in my opinion, the best at Mohun Bagan, not ADK Mohun Bagan, but Mohun Bagan ever signed. The best foreigner, with the likes of Barreto over there, likes of Udafa. Suni Nordi was like he was our Cristiano Ronaldo. Like literally he was our step overs here and there, cut inside, shoot, goal, time and again. Sensational player. I just watched one live match, Mohun Bagan versus Northeast United at Salt Lake Stadium like 3 years ago. 3 years ago. So Sony Nodi scored the goal and we conceded in the last games. Anything for Mumbai City FC? I know that Mumbai City FC is under Man City, so I don't have any affiliations. But already I mentioned the one thing about Mumbai City FC is that, let me just find out. Igor Angulo has been rumored. Other than Mumbai do have a strong team. Diawara was, come on, like seriously you're comparing Diawara with Sony Norte. Like thank you. Sony was present last year in the virtual celebration. Probably he'll be there as well. Barreto also there. Mohun Bagan Day is coming up. I think probably that wraps up the discussions. We talked about how East Bengal are in deep waters, what the future might be hold for them, and trust me, it's looking dark. It's raining on the outside, but dark clouds are looming over the East Bengal club tent. Yes, it was Aizal. I was with you. Yes, I was with Shovik in that match. I have pics of that. Aizal, not Northeast, beg your pardon. So Sony scored one and we conceded in the last kick of the game from a free kick, like so heartbreaking. That was the only stadium experience, can you imagine, that I have had. My Wi-Fi went off due to rain. You don't trust the Wi-Fi sources. I think that will put a wrap to these discussions. As I was saying, we discussed how East Bengal are in deep waters at the moment. Lots of trouble. I don't think they can solve. I hope they do solve this, because this is very, very delicate, indeed delicate matter. Like playing with the emotions of the fans, if you'd ask me, is something very, very Nostradamus. Kolkata mein dal lagta ka marpit shuru. You are here to trash talk always. Like seriously, say something, Tomogno, that is in the accordance with the show. Like some people want to trash talk. I don't know why. Still, you're not abusing me. That I have respect for you over that. Also, the fact that ISL will be resuming in October, so most of the teams have gone into quarantine this term as well. I'll bring you all the transfer news, both European and Indian, and women's football as well, which we'll have tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. with a special guest, of course. And we'll talk about all the developments in the world of women's football. India doing well in the Olympics. Not been able to follow that. Apologies for that, but football is a sport, and because of my work that I've recently gotten into, I've not got much time to interact with you all. So do leave me a DM. All of you have been texting me, and I'm sorry if I've not been able to reply to all of you in time, but trust me, I've tried and I've replied to all of you step by step, one by one. So do leave me a DM if you want to connect with me. I'll give you fair share of news, of course. Do keep sharing, do keep subscribing. The road to 2K is on, and with your support, I'm absolutely certain that I'll get there before the blink of an eye. See you tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. with Women's Football Wednesdays. This is your host Neil, ending the show about Indian Football Transfer Tuesdays. Hope you have a safe time. Hope you enjoy the rain, and hope somewhere that East Bengal actually solve out this problem, so that we can obviously beat them in the derby, that like we have always done. Cheers to you. Good night. Stay safe, and chalo, let's football. That's all I want to say. Bye bye.